YouTube. My name is Phoenix, and I am back with all you lovely folks. Um, Last week in my video, I said that I was going to do a tour of my pack room. So I am off work now, and I have a little bit of free time, so I figured, why not do it today? So I am going to take you on a walkthrough of my room, what I have in there, how I separate the kids in here, why I have certain things in certain places, all the good stuff. So if you are someone who has a pack space and you're trying to figure out how to set it up, or if you just need some inspiration or just some small ideas, hopefully you'll be able to get something out of this video. If you are a classroom teacher just looking to change up a couple of things, maybe some of the stuff in my room will be able to help you as well. I do know that there are some schools that don't allow pack facilitators to add to their spaces. If that's you, I would definitely recommend that you advocate for yourself, because the more you put into your pack space that's you, you're going to be able to resonate with the kids better, and you're going to just overall be in a better mood to handle the continuous behaviors that come into your space. So hopefully you'll be able to get that changed. And then I also have some of the things that I put in the last video that I like to use in my pack room all the time. So you'll be able to see those where I put them so that I can get to them when I need to implement. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment box below, and then we are going to go ahead and get going. Okay, so when you first walk into my pack room, I have some growth mindset stuff on the front door. I always think that it's really good to start the kids off with just realizing how their mindset and their words can affect their mood and their outcomes for the day. So it's always nice to see when they first come in, but especially when they're leaving, so they can remember what we talked about, how they can move forward. Moving over, we've got just the, regular stuff you're supposed to have in there for fire drills, tornado drills, stuff like that. My first section, I have 3 desks for the first set of kids. Above that, I have some signage about no bullying, some some bleh, words are hard today. Some vocabulary that we use inside of my room all the time, and the clock, which still needs to get fixed from daylight savings time. Right in between those 3 desks and my next set of desks, I have my calming corner. So some of my students are a little bit wiggly, so I will let them sit in the chair that is moving, like what is it, differentiated seating, I think it's called. Um, I know I'm getting that wrong. I feel like it's going to come to me later. Anyways, this is a comfy chair that my son does not use at home because he has another one. And then this canopy was given to me by our wonderful pre-K team because they weren't using it anymore. And then part of my calming corner are a lot of those resources from last week that I talked about. So I've got my spot of emotion cards, the big ones and the small ones. I have those breathing technique expandable toys back here, my spot with all of the emotion plushies inside, and then all 3 sets of my spot books, the emotions, feelings, and actions. One thing that I really love in the calming corner, and sometimes I will use as one-on-one with my kids, are these SEL matchup cards. We do a lot of making good choices, a lot of building relationships. Every once in a while, we'll do an understanding myself just so we can kind of move into these things after. Of course, more signage of just coping skills that they can do either in my room or that they can do when they are at home, just to give them some ideas that are more constructive. Puzzles, like I talked about before, puzzles are really, really good about getting the kids' mind off of whatever is upsetting them enough to where they can calm down, and then we can talk about whatever's going on. And if perseverance is the issue, they're mad because they couldn't do something, this puzzle is a great segue to let them know that they can do hard things if they keep trying. Again, pictures for kids to color. Some of my little kids do a lot better when they can color before they talk to me, and then lots of books. In my district, we have a big goal, and it is to get a lot of our kids back on grade level. So I always try to have a mixture of grade level literature for them to sit back and look at, even if they just look at the pictures. After the calming corner, again, it separates my first set and second set of desks. I have 3 more desks in my room for kids to sit at, and above this one is my motivation wall. It just has um, a bunch of sayings on it that either students or ones that I found that I liked or ones that teachers sent over to me, just to give kids who are sitting over in this area something to look at and keep in mind as they're calming down. Moving this way, just a Veterans Day picture that some kids gave me. I like to hang up all the stuff they give me. My check-in sign that kids look at as soon as they come into the room, and my little mini nurses station. Got my band-aids, my Vaseline, some Q-tips, extra band-aids. Um, I have the good smelling hand sanitizer because the one they gave us smelled really bad, so I went and bought my own. Lotion is a must, especially for me in the winter, but sometimes the kids need it too. I've got um, this is supposed to be something where you put oil on the inside and then it makes the room smell good, but it never really worked for me. So what I did was I had a student who gave me a flower and it got like old. So I just kind of crunched it up and put it in there so that if they ever come in here, it's still there, but it just kind of got a little smashed. And then I have just some, you know, I like floral, but I don't have time to keep anything clean or keep anything not clean, alive in here. So I just got me some fake plants, some pine cones that a few kids gave to me so that they can see them when they walk in my room. Sharpened pencils. I sharpen the pencils every single day before I leave work so that kids the next day have a fresh pencil and they don't have to use my sharpener. On the next set of this bookshelf, I've just got some like odds and ends or whatever. Another book that I like that I need to put in the calming corner actually. So I'm gonna take this out. Some folders for student work if they need to take it home, printer paper, some workbooks, pretty simple stuff. These 3 just have the arts and craft things for if kids want to make a picture or color a picture. Down here, have some spray because this is my favorite one and I love for my room to smell good. If you haven't tried it, A1. Some timers, which is they're really good for the smaller kids. My little kids like that, and it's good for also when kids come in my room for like a check-in or for a reward. They can physically see how much time they have left. My school provides a little treasure chest. It doesn't have very many good things in there, in my opinion, but some of the kids like to come in here and like rummage through things. There's a couple good things in there. And then on the shelf too, I have my dry erase boards. Sometimes I help kids with schoolwork or they just kind of want to color on something that's not a picture. So I let them do that if they need to calm down or they need help too. So that is my shelf next to my desk. So then we come to behind my desk. Oh, and I guess one thing to note too, I have LED lights in my room and they go like all the way around the room and they kind of stop at the door right there. But then, like I said, they're all on the top of the wall and then they come up this way behind my desk and then they stop at this door. So almost all the way around, but not quite. I like to use that when I just kind of need a break or when I have kids who really are struggling. But anyway, back to where I was. Behind my desk, I have my why. So, why I continue to do things in PAC and in the school in general. I'm really big on like the kids understanding how important they are. So, that's really good. And then I have my calendar with some pictures and notes that the kids and other staff members have given me. I have my jacket on my chair, like home pictures to keep me motivated, more student work and gifts that the kids have given me, more positive signage in the room because I try to make my room as positive as possible. On my desk area, this is that book I need to go put away. So I'll move that out of the way. I have some pictures of my son just because I love looking at him, pictures of my family, me and my husband, some wedding day stuff, a new picture that I actually got today from a student. So I'm going to have to figure out where I want to hang that up. I'm thinking maybe on one of my walls, some PAC slips that I need to go file, my computer, of course, radio, because I do help take calls in my room, like security calls. So I like to keep my radio close to me so that I can hear those and help out. More gifts that students got for me, more pine cones, my pens, pencils, stuff like that, phone, of course. Today I was drinking some orange juice, and water is a must. So that's behind my desk. And then by my printer, I also like to keep like lunch schedules, extra duty schedules, after school schedules, phone roster for everyone. Another thing that a student made me, another thing that a student made me, just so that I can make sure that I am on track with all the changes in the school and know where I'm supposed to be. Printer, filing cabinets, which I really don't use this too much. So, you know, take it or leave it. I can't take it out the room. Next to the filing cabinet is just some stuff that I got given to me. Like in here are those little stepping pressure things where the liquid moves as you step. I might save these for my classroom when I finish my degree and get my classroom next year. And then I have 2 more canopies. So I might give those away, or at least one of them if I don't use it. This door cannot be opened from inside of my room. It just goes to an area of the school where kids can get like pants and shoes and socks and stuff like that. My fan, when it gets hot, like it's about to be getting hot here pretty soon in the summer. And then this is my last desk. So, in reference to the door, this is my last desk in the room. And it's just for if I have a student that really needs to be in isolation or just really is struggling, which is why the I know what to do, controlling your breathing and stuff is right there, because usually this student needs it the most. And that is pretty much my room. I will do another quick, just kind of walk around for anyone who wants to see it again, just to get any ideas. Like I said, hopefully your school allows you to make the room your own. A lot of schools don't, from what I've learned. So hopefully you will be able to do that. And that is my pack space. Hopefully, like I said before, this helps someone. Hopefully, if you are not able to switch up your pack room, that you talk to your principal about it and maybe they'll give you an opportunity to do that. So, thank you for watching. If you like, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.